Welcome and thanks for joining me for another episode of the exciting ChiroSecure Facebook Live. I'm Dr. Sherry McAllister, the president of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, and so pleased you joined us for this extremely important presentation. Why? Because listen, we are the experts when it comes to posture, and we should be owning posture as much as absolutely possible. So today, it's not that you're not going to know everything I'm about to say. It's that you're going to need, like most of us, just a gentle nudge to know that May is Posture Month and that we take the time as an entire profession to promote and maximize the chiropractic role in posture, especially as it relates to ergonomics and safety in the workplace. Imagine the lives we're going to change. And that's what it's all about, is spreading the chiropractic benefits across the nation as we grow through a pandemic. And that is the key to today's presentation. Is we're still under a lot of stress. And as chiropractors, we deal well with the challenges that come towards us. And like most, we head straight into it. And that's what makes me so proud to be a chiropractor and so proud you're part of our family here and joining us. I want to thank all of you for joining that are live. If you're listening as a recording, I want to thank you as well. But we're going to jump right into these slides. So our benefits and our messages to the entire nation this posture month in May. How are we going to maximize that chiropractic role for ergonomics and safety in the workplace? Well, before we can jump into anything, we also want to give special thanks to our corporate sponsors for supporting the foundation in our efforts to continue to spread awareness and the benefits of chiropractic care. The ongoing support from these organizations, as well as your support, it is you that makes this real across the nation, allows us to continue our mission. So, speaking of missions, let's get to it. And that is today's conversation about workplace safety and ergonomics. It's an important one. In fact, 156 million full time workers spend most of their daily waking hours in the workplace. And although there are a variety of occupations, for the typical person, more than half their day is spent sitting. Aren't you glad you're a chiropractor? You're not sitting. I know you're not. In fact, the normal office job worker sits up to 15 hours per day. Think about it. People go to their work, they sit at their desk, and then they go home and they sit at the dinner table, and then they retreat to a couch. As we know, sitting for long periods of time can wreak havoc on our musculoskeletal system. In fact, if you recall, the American Cancer Society actually noted that those who sit longer hours are at much more increased risk of adverse events later in life. So we want to get our patients up, we want to get them active, and we want to ensure that they're ergonomically correct. So how do we do that? Well, in today's world, we can't really address office or desk jobs without talking about work from home or remote work. Because according to Forbes, 25% of all professional jobs in North America will be fully remote by the end of this year, only to go up. Expected in 2023. This will continue to increase, and we know the pandemic played a huge shift. In fact, it almost doubled in the last 10 years because of the challenges of finding people to work jobs. And so automation was one piece. Now we're looking at getting them fully remote and working from anywhere. They love that benefit. They love the flexibility. So we need to be really paying attention to what we're going to be talking about with our patients. Don't spend time talking about what happened during Easter weekend. Spend time talking to them about their ergonomics. Whether or not this is a good thing to work from home, that's up to you to decide. But a chiropractic association was once polled, and the members of them in the last year saw a 92% increase in musculoskeletal conditions, mostly their back and their neck, as the patients reported that they were working from home. Now we need to talk about what could be the problem. Many of you already know. Individuals who work from home tend to suffer these musculoskeletal pains for a variety of reasons, like improper office sitting. Especially during the beginning of the pandemic, many people found themselves in these awkward office spaces in their home. So they were coming up with these makeshift offices and they never changed them. So it's going to be up to you to talk to them about it. Are they working from the dining room table, on the floor, the couch, and yes, the all time favorite, their bed? Their posture will suffer greatly. So, when we talk to them about these improper seating arrangements, many individuals are actually taking less breaks than they did when they were at the office. Remember, a lot of them would get up, go for coffee, talk to one of their associates or colleagues, and then go back to their desk. Well, that's not really happening. A lot of times you'd go over to a colleague's room or office and you'd be walking up a stairs and over. That again is not happening. So we need to get them up and active. Combine all of the factors that they're suffering with, everyday stress, the additional anxiety of the pandemic, and it's absolutely showcased in their body and the extra tension and pain that they are unfortunately suffering. So, what do we do about this new development of their pain? You know all of this already. Question is, are you doing it? There's several important steps to take to ensure that your patient is doing well and healthy when they're working from home. These tips are important to pass on to help them improve their posture, and they'll talk to others, which means they'll probably be coming into your office because they may have been putting off some of these musculoskeletal pains. So, allocate a specific space for work that is quiet and free from distractions. Remind them to take breaks and stretch every hour or earlier. They want to have those healthy snacks in the fridge. Hide the unhealthy ones. You have a little Easter candy, hang over, put them away. That's for another day. And encourage that they're drinking plenty of fluids. They also want to make sure they're investing in a chair that actually offers them back support and they're practicing their posture at their desk. And we have plenty of resources at the foundation to help you do that because when you ensure their posture at their workstation is good, they're preventing further problems. And as I said, nothing here you don't already know. You just need to put it in place. Ask them questions. The best way to help your patient and persuade them into better posture, ask them questions. Where should their computer screen be when they're looking at their monitor? Well, we want it to be in the middle. So we want them to ensure their seat is geared so they can look at the center of their monitor. We also want to ensure that their posture is relaxed and their arms are at 90 to 100 degrees, 120 degrees. Their feet are on the floor. If they so desire, they can prop those hips up slightly with something under their feet. We don't want to forget about our physical labor workplace patients because without addressing the physical labor patients, we're missing half of them. So, occupations reporting the highest rate of back pain, well, it's not going to surprise you. Those who are on their feet the most, the nurses, the transport agents, the construction workers, the warehouse workers, and the landscapers, just to name a few. They have, well, a lot more going on in the lifting, bending, twisting, pushing, and pulling area. And that makes them more prone to overuse syndrome. And if they're not physically active enough or they're not quite balanced, which you will know, then that's going to unfortunately lead them to injuries. Now, remember I talked last month about the JAMA Open Network and concordant care guidelines? Well, a lot of our medical friends are still prescribing muscle relaxers and painkillers when they have a musculoskeletal injury coming into their office, and that is our job to get them free from the farm, free from pharmacological care, because when they are prescribed a non-concordant or a muscle laxer before they try something natural, it can lead them up to 30% of them having an acute problem moving into the chronic pain category. Those are our patients. We want to get them under our care as soon as possible. So, As we know, chiropractic care is effective in preventing injuries to chronic and acute low back pain if we instruct them well on ergonomics and posture. That's the big if. If our patients are following the proper lifting, bending, twisting, pulling, and they're balanced and they're stretching and they're exercising, we're going to prevent a lot of the injuries. There is a movement towards integrating chiropractic care into multidisciplinary settings, and we're showcasing that it reduces cost, it decreases absenteeism, and the best part, it increases employee retention. And every corporate should be looking at that. How do we keep them happy? How do we keep them healthy? Go see a chiropractor. That's where we want to be. In fact, when you start thinking about the Advanced Medical Integration Group and the research that they found, every dollar spent on a non-pharmacological service such as chiropractic resulted in $2.41 of medical savings. And if cost isn't reason enough, satisfaction should be. Approximately 8 in 10 chiropractic patients agree that the quality of the care that they receive was an awesome value for their money. So we want to keep our information getting out there about the benefits, especially the cost effectiveness of chiropractic care in a inflation-ridden society right now. The dollars matter, and those dollars mean that they should be going to prevention and care that only a chiropractic clinic can offer. Well, we know there's an important issue here, and we want to address this issue with your patients, but don't forget your office staff. So get your office staff engaged in the statistics. Talk to them about getting out the infographics and the resources, but you have to be the leader of this. You don't want anything going out without your permission. You don't want anything going out that doesn't feel right for your clinic. So go over with them the topics of workplace safety and ergonomics, especially in your clinic too. You want them to be safe. You want them to be happy. And most importantly, you want them to be present when that next patient walks in the door. They're smiling because they know the right ergonomic steps in your clinic. How do you get these infographics that you're seeing right now? Simple, f4cp.org/package/print materials. In fact, I would bet you that you can probably see a lot of these by just looking at the chat, okay? Because a lot of these comments are going to be coming in. You can link directly to them and you can share this presentation with your staff. Let them be part of changing America and how posture is being seen across the nation. In fact, you can also have your patients look at the articles that you're writing. How do you find them? Go to my LinkedIn site, Sherry McAllister. You can grab some articles that you can share on your LinkedIn. Have your staff read them. Get involved in these articles because when we move the information across the nation, we benefit our patients, our healthcare community across the nation, and also third-party payers who want to see who is doing what and how. So now, speaking of how are we making progress at the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress? So these next slides, I'm very pleased to share with you. Our Naturally Chiropractic campaign is well underway as we continue to develop new resources that promote chiropractic care as a drug-free pain management option. So what does that look like? As part of our campaign, we're going to be developing the life journey of a chiropractic patient starting from the very beginning, pregnancy. We're going to be developing these 30-second stages of life and how chiropractic helps them to achieve a healthy, fulfilled lifestyle. And we're going to need you. We're going to need you to help us get these out when they're complete. Our first video features an 8-month pregnant woman who attributes chiropractic care to her overall wellness throughout her pregnancy. Our next video will be focusing on an 89-year-old woman who credits chiropractic care as a primary aid in allowing her to live an independent lifestyle. So we're going to be going through each phase of a patient. We'll have a pediatric patient, and we'll also have a very happy father who will be coming in and showcasing how he's able to continue all the gifts in his life because of chiropractic care. We also have 2 brand new resources for you this month. Our tip sheet, Following the Natural Anti-Inflammatory Diet to Improve Health, addresses what chronic inflammatory stress derived from our gut can do to our overall health. The more they know, the better they will do. As our new white paper, Guiding a Natural, Safer Care Journey, looks at how chiropractic care should be a first line approach to pain management, following suit to our Naturally Chiropractic campaign. Our DC webinar series are available through the end of the year, so you can sign up for them. Log that time as special time just for you. This is the time to sharpen the saw so that you can be the very best chiropractor you can be for your patients and for your staff. The benefits of being a member of the foundation: you can access these live educational webinars for free. If you upgrade to silver today, you can actually get the recordings and watch them on your time. The next DC webinar is actually hosted by one of my favorite people, Dr. Mark Santa, on May 10th, and will provide you with a marketing masterclass on how to ensure you're doing all you can in your community to promote posture. The link, as always, to register for these webinars, you can see them in the comment section below, and you can come to our website, always looking for our emails, by joining the foundation. In addition, we do not leave out your staff. Your staff is incredibly important to keeping the role of your clinic sterling. Sterling means that there's no impurities that are coming through, that your office runs like a machine. Your staff is highly motivated and they're well educated. And you can do this on a weekly and a monthly basis. Sign up for our CA webinars for your staff. It's a series dedicated to the educational purposes, and these are live webinars. You can talk about them together when you come to meet on Friday. Remember, you'll be going through the CA handbook. Those are 9 chapters, and you can get it at the foundation. The next CA webinar is on April 20th, so it's just around the corner. That's tomorrow. And it looks at what's in your wellness plan. So, what's in your wellness plan? And it's with Yvette Noel. If you have any questions or you would like the links to the future webinars, you can email our master planner Paige at f4cp.com. She's amazing. So is Cassie and Martamite, and fantastic team. Now, our Adjusted Reality podcast is in its 3rd season. And if you can't believe that, either can I. The podcast is consumer friendly, and it's a great resource to share with your patients. Our latest episode, Muscles for Life. Get lean, strong, and healthy at any age with Mike Matthews is a best-selling author. He's sold over 500 million books. I think his audience is really understanding he's a quality guy. He looks at the research and he doesn't give you any trend spotting information. He gives you hard facts. His book is available to read for yourself, but share the podcast with your patients. This podcast episode with this founder and CEO of Legion Athletics is about the importance of health and wellness at any age. So you can get your Gen Zs involved. They need to hear it, especially if they're sitting. We came home from last weekend's events, 2.5 hours in the car. My son, who is 17, went to work out. He was doing arms, and he came home and he said, "I have no idea how I hurt my hip." And I said, well, the thing is, when you sit for long periods of time, like many of our patients do, we got to get them up and stretching and moving around. And I think biomechanically, we all have these things that happen to us when we get stagnant. Do not get stagnant. Share these podcasts. Build our Gen Z up. That's the future of our chiropractic profession. So you can put these Adjusted Reality podcasts right in your newsletter, or throw them online on your social media pages, because the more people know, the better they will do, the faster our benefits of chiropractic care will pass through the nation. So, as always, I want to thank you, the listener, participating in today's ChiroSecure Facebook Live. As always, we thank ChiroSecure. Don't forget to come back next week. Another exciting episode with the amazing Dr. Mark Student. It is a pleasure to share these Facebook Lives with you. Please come back next month for another exciting episode. All the very best to all of you.
Isn't it time you join the most powerful team of successful doctors in chiropractic and go for the gold? Simply go to www.f4cp.org/package and get your customized practice success solution.